Hey guys, Glenn West, Magic by West back again. This is a little piece that I showed during my Sleight 365 project, although I actually came up with it probably about 10 or no, oh geez, almost 15 years ago now. And it was just playing around with something for a coin through table idea. You guys hear the bugs? Yeah. And I wanted to do something that was impromptu, use a borrowed signed coin if I wanted, and where you could see the coin under the hand and then just cover it for a second and then see it fall down through the table. So we got a glass table here, and I'll walk you guys through what it takes. Ready? Now, the bigger the coin, the easier this will be, both in terms of visibility for your spectator and in terms of the actual mechanics and handling of the trick. Technically, you can do it with a quarter, but it's a little bit harder to do without flashing, and it's a little bit harder to do with them seeing the coin completely before you cover it. In the demo, we're using a toonie, a Canadian $2 coin. I just quickly threw my initials on it there. And we also have a loonie. So if you're in America, for example, then maybe a $50 size coin would be good. If you're wanting to do it in a way that is showcasing it, it's a great trick to do, for example, on your Instagram or what have you, even a silver dollar. But if you want to keep it impromptu and using a borrowed coin, you want to at least aim for a quarter, preferably bigger if your locale has a bigger coin than that that's readily available. Living in Canada, it's nice that we have the loonie and the toonie, which are both smaller than the American $50, but still big enough that they're visible, and there's a nice contrast between them. One is a silver coin with a golden piece in the middle, and one is a purely gold coin. So you can use them for, you know, your spellbound routine and what have you, or transpositions. It's nice for that, but also for a trick like this. So if you're a kid in school or college and you're wanting to learn some coin magic in Canada, it's rather convenient, I think, that we have these just to allow you to do some really nice, casual, impromptu coin magic. In the meantime, I'm going to continue to teach this with the toonie for now. So there's really two main aspects to this trick. The first is the ditch, I guess. That is to get the coin from the hand that apparently holds it into the hand that supposedly does not. You can do this in numerous ways. You can be doing it by starting, for example, tapping the coin here and then coming here with a fake take, okay? The way I did it in the video on my Sleight 365 as well as in the demo here is I tapped the glass with the coin as if trying to find the soft spot to do penetration. And then I come forward with my empty hand, just sort of verifying that soft spot. This is the inner dialogue, if you will. Actually, a quick note on that. If you're not using an inner dialogue with your actions in Magic, your audience will essentially notice. And what I mean by that is if there is not an intention to every action you make, then even if it's not explicit, your audience can feel it. Then it becomes, well, why is he doing this superfluous action? Why is he moving this card over here with no magic happening? This is the same for the old ruse of, well, I'm going to put the coin here so that I can pick up the pen as a magic wand. So all of those actions become justified. So that's what we mean when we talk about an inner dialogue. Oh, I need the pen. Okay? So that's all I'm thinking in my head, but I don't actually say it. Okay? If I do this with no reasoning, well, why didn't I do this? Well, in this case, I've got the pen and the coin both on this side of the table. Well, I have to pick up the coin. It makes sense to pick up the coin with the right hand, and subsequently pick up the coin with the pen with the right hand. Okay? So it makes sense to move one of the objects to my left hand to free up my right hand to pick up the marker. So, in the terms of the coin through table, the inner dialogue is, where's that soft spot? Ah, that's it, right there. Okay, so that's what's going on in my head, justifying each of these actions as I make it. Right there. And now here's the first move. Coin is at the table here, okay, at the edge. You're not going to lap it, obviously, because they can see. But it's a similar timing and action as if you were lapping. This is a very natural action for lapping. Okay? But then you're going to come forward like this, and this hand is going to supposedly put the coin back on the table. What actually happens is as the hands pass, this hand rotates in just a bit and opens up the fingers, and this hand is just going to drop its coin into those fingers. Okay? So exposed looks like this. Okay? But that's also done as you come forward and the other hand comes underneath, okay? And you're going to bring them together. But not like this, okay? Because I think that's a little obvious. It's obvious you're just holding it under there. Now that is a setup that you can use, for example, if you're using a PK ring, because you can then hold this coin with this hand and bring your bottom hand out completely free to show it empty, and then still show the coin maybe right there. But in this case, if we're not doing that, we're going to have to time it a little differently. So you tap, come forward, ditch, come forward like this, and you notice I've got my hand turned so you can't see the coin. It's on to the last second. Then I'm going to turn my hand palm up, and what I'm going to do is, as I do that, I'll show you here, my thumb is going to go on the coin, and it's going to flip up onto my thumbnail, and I'm going to push it up against the glass. Now, it's hard to do like this because you'll notice your thumb is going to be on a bit of an angle, okay? And that's actually going to help you because you want your hand to be turned a little bit more like this so it rests flat on your thumb tip, but that also provides you a bit of additional cover as you come under here, okay? You're not going to start turning this hand until it's covered by your right hand. But in that action, it's all one action, finger palm to catch, and up against the table. So exposed, the hands come together, exposed, rotating over on the thumb, and I push against the table. Okay? And that's all done under the cover of both hands coming to the table like that. So you get the sound of the coin being laid on the table by this hand. All the secret action is hidden by this hand. And from that angle, and you'll notice, if your thumb is too far forward, they're going to see it. So ideally, and this is one of the reasons why it helps use a bigger coin, is you want to be able to have your thumb more like that. If the coin is too far back, the tip of your thumb will be seen. If it's too far forward, you're not going to have the leverage to push it up. But the advantage is also of using your thumbnail. Once it's against the glass, your thumb is in the right spot, you can pull it back even further. Okay? So you come under, flip the coin, you're going to push it up against the table and under the cover of your fingers. Now I'm pretty far forward here, but I'm on my thumbnail. So once I'm under, I can actually slide my thumbnail back a little bit. The fingernail has less friction. So once I'm here, I can move my finger back a bit. If I want to, again, if you can do it quickly enough, you can come up and adjust. Okay, what I've done here is I've actually come up like this and then pinched it with my fingers enough that I can pull my thumb back so it's a little bit more at the edge. And then I move these fingers forward, down and open, okay? So there's some distance between the table and my fingers. I can spread these fingers enough to show the coin, but not so much that I expose the thumb. You can pull them back a bit, okay? Now you don't want to drag them back because the coin should be moving if you do that. But if I lift them up a little bit, showing the coin, and then come forward and pretend to rub, as I spread my fingers to push the coin through, what's happening underneath is this thumb is going to move and let the coin fall and be caught in my fingers, okay? But you don't want to do it by bringing the thumb down forward, okay? You want essentially to pull the thumb kind of back, okay? Because the idea is here that the thumb is essentially been over here the whole time, but it's covered by your fingers here, okay? And technically they won't see it if you move, if you pull your fingers back this way, but if you move back a little bit more like that, you're covering the area where the thumb is supposed to be. Now they may catch a bit of the flesh there, but you're just going to flash the coin, show that it's still there, and then rub it and let it fall. One more time, the coin is there, okay? You pull back and show it, you can spread your fingers a little bit, and you're just going to rub, okay? Let it fall. Now the thumb, in that case, I just moved it back a bit, okay? Keeping it under the cover hand, and then as I come away, I can move my thumb back. Okay, so that bigger action of the hands coming apart covers the fact that the thumb is kind of moving out. And then you can hand the coin back out for examination, still signed. Quick note on the signature, starting to wear off a little bit, but if you're here and you go to do the move, you're going to find the signature facing forward, thumb here, you're going to drop it, the signature's going to land face down, but when you flip it back over, it'll now be back up so that the signature is theoretically the part of the coin or the side of the coin that's face up, thus giving them the ability to see their signature throughout the entire trick. All right, that's it for me, guys. I'm out. Peace out. Batman. See ya. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss anything. We got tips, tricks, and tutorials, new videos every Wednesday. Peace. Batman.